Okay, spoiler warning for sure, but I feel like Olivia Wilde's character in Don't Worry Darling is like one of the most insidious because at least with like the evil men, like there's no like moral gray area. Like what they're doing is like so wrong. But her type of wrongness is like this really interesting thing, right? Because they give you this narrative where it's like, oh, here in the simulation, like I get to have children. So like you're immediately like super sympathetic towards her and she becomes this character that you're like, you feel so bad for her. She lost her kids, but she is like knowingly complicit in like all of these women who've like lost their I just felt like so like wow, like how could you literally pretend like all of these women are here against their will and you're like literally participating in that. The fact that she like pretends to be Florence's friend and that girl who like, we see the thing where she's like on the roof, like the fact that she like knew exactly what was going on that whole time, like just letting someone knowingly suffer is like so crazy to me. Don't get me wrong, the men in here are way worse and like absolutely abhorrently evil, but I just think that her character is like it's like a slightly complex one because you feel this like emotional protectiveness almost of her because she gets to have a life in the simulation where she gets to be a mom and according to her like in the real world that was taken from her. But I just thought it was so insidious and scary and just like so diabolical to like be aware of someone suffering and like just like pretend and still I don't know, it's just so crazy. I don't even know how to like think about it. It kind of reminds me of that Jennifer Lawrence movie Passengers, where not Chris Evans, the one who's in that movie, the one from Jurassic Park, his name's escaping me, but where he like wakes her up from the coma and essentially like takes her life away by doing that. And it's so interesting because like they pitch him as like, oh my God, he was so lonely, like it's sad. But it's like, no, he objectively did like a really horrible thing because he like took away someone's consent and agency. And like, in this film it's like super obvious that the men have done that, right? Like there's no kind of moral gray area, like it's just super horrible. But like with Olivia Wilde's character, they kind of tried to do that same thing as they did with Chris's character where they're like, oh my God, but she's really sad, so you can kind of understand why she does it. And I just think that is such an interesting narrative move because it makes you feel so conflicted as an audience member, which is just smart writing. I don't know.